Good afternoon. Welcome to the HEDS Virtual Best Practices Showcase, celebrating technology innovation for Hispanics, success in higher education. My name is Yubelkis Montalvo, HEDS Executive Director, and I will be your host this afternoon. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos sean todos a la conferencia virtual de mejores prácticas de HEDS, celebrando la innovación en la tecnología para lograr el éxito de los hispanos en la educación superior. Les saluda Yubelkis Montalvo, directora ejecutiva de HEDS, desde nuestra oficina en San Juan, Puerto Rico. First, we would like to recognize the collaboration and support of the University of Texas at Brownsville staff, especially René Sainz, Francisco Garcia, and David Lugo, who made possible this event and live transmission. We are deeply grateful for their support. We also would like to welcome all participants watching this event through the Internet. We really appreciate your interest and support to this HEDS initiative. This historic event brings together for the third time in HEDS history, but the first totally online, an exceptional amount of experts academians to highlight the most prominent opportunities to enhance Hispanic higher education throughout the savvy use of technology. This outstanding group of professionals creates such an extraordinary synergy from which we hope you can take advantage during this virtual event. The HEDS Consortium is overly excited to have been able to attain for this event the participation of member institutions from Puerto Rico, United States, and Colombia. This was confirmed through the receipt of over 15 proposals for all member institutions to participate in this event. It was also demonstrated throughout the insightful discussions and live presentations which HEDS presented this week. And now we would like to open these last live presentations under the track of retention titled Encouraging and Motivating Minority Engineering Students Throughout Remote Summer Research Initiatives. These presentations will be by Professor Tanvir, who is Assistant Professor at the Department of Mathematics, and Nieves Angulo, Associate Professor at the Department of Mathematics as well at Hostos Community College, CUNY, New York, which is one of our founding member institutions. These presentations will be in English. Esta presentación será en inglés. As you know, all live presenters will have 30 minutes each to share their insights and experiences in their areas of expertise. At the end of the presentations, we will have time for questions from the audience through the chat of the Collaborate platform at UTV. All live presentations will be recorded for the benefit of the ones who could not join us live. So please help me welcome Professor Tanvir and Nieves Angulo from Hostos Community College. Go ahead and thank you for your collaboration in this initiative again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that nice introduction. And
first we want to thank HEDS and all the organization to give us this opportunity to present this presentation in this important event. So we want to thank from the bottom of our heart to all these organizations who make this possible to organize. So our topic is encouraging and motivating minority engineering students through remote summer research initiative. My name is Tanvir, and beside me is
Nieves Angulo.
And we both from the Hostos Community College, from the Math Department. So Professor Angulo will go first, and she will talk about the brief introduction of this project the grant, and then later on I'm going to talk about specifically the project that our team done in this summer. So Professor Angulo, please go ahead and present.
I have to say that we are collaborating. We are one of the community colleges in CUNY, and we are located in the South Bronx. As all of you know, Hostos really takes pride in the role that we do here, educating a diverse ethnic and racial, cultural, and linguistic background of people. Most of them are Hispanic and African American. Now, as all of us know, the Bronx people, as I call it, we come from a low income district. So our students, even though they are, I believe they are one of the best students in the world, because they do persist, they have to overcome many difficulties to study and to become what they want to become. We got a grant from the U.S. Department of Education from Washington, D.C. Last year, and one of the things that we have in this grant is something called a breakout room. Breakout rooms, we are building them in our college, and what they will become is a learning community that will constantly be able to get in contact with other colleges, and then have people from other colleges tutor our students. As we, some years ago, we developed an engineer program and with City College of New York, which is the engineer school. We do the first 2 years here, and then the students transfer to City College. However, because we do not have an engineer department, we lack, even though we are mathematicians, we lack the engineer perspective. Now with this grant, students will be able to get in touch with professors at the other end of the spectrum, the School of Engineering, and then they will be able to be mentored through the web. So we are developing continuous learning environment, as we call it. And there are different ways of doing this. We are creating a mentoring training item in this virtual world. And what we would like to see is that the students will come here, will get the tutoring that they need without putting a foot in the other college. As all of us know, time is very precious, and our students, they have to come here, study, and then go to work. So having this type of facility that will enable the students to get in touch with engineer faculty is our goal. So basically, Professor Tanvir, he did some work last summer, and he would like to report on that to this meeting. So,
thank you very much. So just a quick introduction. City University of New York consists of 11 senior colleges, 6 honors and professional colleges, and 7 community colleges. So we are one of those 7 community colleges. So we work together with other senior college to make it possible for our students. So let me continue. So the main objective of this research is to give opportunity to minority students, especially Hispanic and African American, to continue in this engineering program, and to encourage them and to motivate them to become an engineer. and develop and improve critical thinking and creativity skill and using team-oriented setting and via this collaborative research project. So this is done in the last summer 2012. So there were 13 teams. The member from this team is coming from various parts of this City University of Newark and also outside of the City University of Newark. A typical team consists of one faculty mentor, one undergraduate student, one high school student, and one high school teacher. So there were 13 teams. Each team is based on this number. So in our team from Hostos, I'm the faculty mentor, and then we have an undergraduate student from our college, Maurice Evans, and then the high school student and high school teacher, Alyssa Taylor and Noah Philister, and they are from the Urban Assembly Institute of Math and Science for Young Women. So, so we choose this particular topic to research on, image processing and image compression. Please note that it has two parts, image processing and image compression. The reason I choose this topic is that because in our team we have high school students and we have undergraduate students. So the topic should be something that is, that can be covered by the high school student, and also it's not boring for the undergraduate student. So the image processing part requires only the basic math skills. So in high school math, a simple geometry will suffice. So the high school student is basically work on this image processing part of this project. And on the other hand, the image compression part requires more sophisticated math, like linear algebra, differential equation, and then the undergraduate student will work on this image compression part of this project. And these two come together to make a grand project in this summer. So the undergraduate students learn it more deeply. They learn it using JPEG and Fourier basis, and we also talk about a little bit of wavelet basis toward the end. The high school student, for example, learn how to rotate a picture using the geometry of the rotation, or how to enlarge a picture using the dilation property of simple math, and so on and so forth. So during this project, there are basically 4 types of communication that we did. So email, YouTube communication, telephone, and in-person communication. So for the in-person communication, we basically meet twice a week, and the other 3 days we did communicate through this email or YouTube or telephone. So let me explain a little bit about this and the types of communication that we did. So email is basically for 2 types of reasons. So sometimes I give article or something to read to the student, and then they read during the in their home, and in case they have some question, they email to me, and then I try to respond to that email. And the other reason for the email is to set up a date and time for our in-person meeting. So these are the 2 reasons we use this email communication with our team member. So this is a typical email looks like. So I give them instruction step by step what to do. So in the day before of this email, they're supposed to work on a poster. So so I give them direction on how to build a poster, what kind of information they need in a poster, and where can they find those information, and all of those. I send them through the email. So that's an example, a typical example of email communication. And this is another communication through the email. So in this email, they actually send me a poster, and then I send my feedback in this email, so they can work on this poster later on to improve it. And then another type of communication is YouTube. Sometimes we record ourselves, and especially I record myself and post it in the YouTube. So the team member can view this video in their convenient time. So there is, so in their home or whenever they feel comfortable, they can view this record. In typical recording, I just do a little bit of math background, what kind of math they need to understand the topic, and then what they can find the more information. I try to post a sample of this YouTube video. I'm not sure it will work in this Blackboard collaborative or not, so, but let me try it anyway. So in the next slide, I try to upload a video from YouTube, a typical video that I did in this record. Let me see if it's working or not. It actually worked in my PowerPoint presentation, but it seems like it's not working. It's not working in this Blackboard collaborative. But anyway, in this video, I typically try to explain the math background that is needed. If we have time, maybe we can go to the YouTube and then view it later on. Let's actually move on. The telephone communication is basically for emergency. So when an immediate response is needed, for example, usually the day before certain things are due, for example, a poster or article, we have more telephone communication. So at the end of the project, I actually did a little survey for my team members that which communication is they most like it, which communication. So the blue represent undergraduate, red represent high school student, and green represent high school teacher. And as you can see, we have this bar graph of the satisfaction for each communication: email, YouTube, telephone, and in person. 5 means the most satisfactory, and 0 means none, no satisfactory. So in general, you can see that the in-person communication, most of the team members, they like in-person communication. Although this is I understand this is a distance learning conference, but this is true that most of my team members do like in-person communication. And then after that is the email, especially the high school teachers do like email a lot. So that's a very quick survey of what kind of communication that we did in this project. Now let me let me just quickly tell you a little bit other information about this project. So the way I actually direct this project is that I follow a model of flipped classroom. In other words, I did not tell my team member what to do. Basically, they bring up the article and they told me that they want to read this article, they want to do this computer project. I just give them a broad direction, and they actually did all of this work themselves. So this is actually a self-learning process. And at the end of the project, they actually told me that they like the way we did this. It's not like I have to I tell them step by step process. You have to do this and you have to do that. It's not like that. They have a lot of freedom in this project. This is a typical picture. This is a picture from the high school student. She's reading an article that I assigned, taking note in her computer. These are the notes that she's taking, and the next time we meet, we did a group discussion on this article, and if anybody has any question, I try to answer that, and then I follow up on this through email and YouTube. At the end of the project, this is actually a byproduct of this project. I never thought this will happen. But high school students actually came to me and said that she wants to do a curriculum for high school students on this project. And it's actually very surprising to me, and it's actually motivating, very motivating to me, and very encouraging. So high school teacher actually helped the high school students, and then they developed this curriculum for this project, which can be taught in a high school science student. So this is part of the curriculum that I posted here. You can take a look at it later. I hope this is recording. You can take a look at it later. And all of these results were presented at a research summit in NASA on July 25, 2012. And a poster presentation is presented at the City College of CUNY on August 2nd, 2012. And the high school teacher is actually going to teach this curriculum in this present semester. He's actually doing it right now in his classroom. So this is actually a win-win situation for all the team members. The high school student came to me at the end of the project, and she said that she's going to take engineering as a major. So there is no question on that. Undergraduate student has the hand-on experience on this, and he's doing very fine on the senior colleges. He actually moved on to the City College right now. At the same time, all of this knowledge and experience can be carried out by the high school teacher in his classroom. So this is actually a win-win situation for all the team members. These are all the references that we took in this PowerPoint presentation. And that is actually the end of this presentation, and unless Professor Angulo maybe want to say something.
Yeah, I want to say that we have seen that student proficiency improves significantly when the learning environment extends beyond the classroom setting to be virtual mentoring and teaching, social networking, academic support, transition, assistance, etc. And this is something that we see that it has a future, and it has a positive impact in our students. So I believe it's really good that we continue to do this in the future. So that's basically what I would like to add.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Please tell me now what to do. If anybody has any question, we are doing it for the first time, as I told you, this Blackboard Collaborative, so we're not sure what to do now. So please tell us what to do. I'm sorry, but I cannot listen to you.
We cannot hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much for this presentation. It was really clear, but I want to encourage if anyone from the audience wants to make any questions. This is the time for this. If not, I will again want to thank Professors Tanvir and Nieves from Hostos Community College for such an interested and relevant presentation titled Encouraging and Motivating Minority through Remote Summer Research from the Hostos Community College, CUNY in New York. Likewise, thank our friends UTD, Universidad Texas at Brownsville, who fully support this project. Now we want to, if the professors want to share something else, this is the time. I see in the chat that one of the participants wants you to share the YouTube link on the chat. Can you please share it with us?
Okay. The slide that I uploaded in the Blackboard Collaborative is not working. So how can I do it from the Blackboard? If I go out, if I just sign in the YouTube, participant can view it from YouTube, or I have to do it from inside the Blackboard Collaborative?
We cannot hear.
So this is the video this is an example of a video from YouTube that we recorded, but I don't. But it's not working in the Blackboard Collaborative.
Okay.
Professor Prince, if you can type the link, you can copy and paste and put the link in the chat area at the bottom of the screen. Then it will be recorded so other participants can view the video later.
Okay, I'll do it now. So let me just do this now. Okay. So let's start into it.
We were not able to see the YouTube as collaborate. Can you hear me now better? Okay, in the meantime, the professor is doing this. Let me continue with the closing remarks. And now we invite all participants to access our new blog called Heads Updates al Día, accessible through the Heads website at www.heads.org. The Heads Updates al Día blog will be the place to access live and recorded presentations and post your comments to all presenters. In addition, you could be eligible to receive continuing education credits depending on how many comments you post at the presentation you access to. For more information about the virtual conference and the requirements to obtain continuing ed credits, please contact the Heads office. Again, this event is free of charge to our member institutions and no travel cost is required to participate. It will be completely online. No charge rate registration applies to faculty, administrators, employees, and students. You just need to use a valid institutional email address to register for this online event. Or after you register, you will receive confirmation message with your code to access the presentation. Well, finally, thank you all for accepting Head's invitation to participate in this live presentation of our Visual Best Practices Showcase. This presentation was the last live, but you have until February 8, 2013 to access and watch all the recordings of the 16 presentations selected for this event. We hope you can benefit tremendously from the resources and the networking opportunities available to you during this virtual conference along the following weeks. Once again, my name is Juventus Montalvo, as Executive Director, thanking you for your participation, especially professors from Hostos who did this wonderful presentation, and I will now close this presentation in Spanish, if you allow me. Muchas gracias a los profesores Tanvir y Nieves Angulo por tan interesante y relevante presentación originada desde Hostos Community College, CUNY, en Nueva York. Asimismo, le agradecemos a nuestros amigos de la Universidad de Texas en Brownsville, Francisco García y David Hugo, quienes han colaborado en la parte técnica de este proyecto. Ahora invitamos a todos los participantes a que sigamos esta conversación a través de nuestro blog Heads al Día, accesible desde la página web de Heads, www.hets.org. El blog Heads al Día será el lugar donde podrán acceder todas las grabaciones de las 15 presentaciones seleccionadas para este evento. También podrán hacer comentarios dentro de todas las presentaciones y este evento le da la oportunidad de recibir créditos de educación continua a los participantes que lo soliciten, basado en el grado de participación evidenciado por el número de comentarios en las presentaciones de la conferencia. Para mayor información sobre esta conferencia virtual y los requisitos específicos para obtener los créditos de educación continua, favor contacten la oficina de GED. Como ustedes saben, este evento es gratuito para las instituciones miembros de GED y obviamente no hay que incurrir en gastos de viaje para participar, ya que la conferencia se desarrolla completamente en línea. Igualmente no hay costos de inscripción para los profesores, administradores, empleados y estudiantes que pertenezcan a las instituciones. Solo se requiere usar un correo electrónico institucional válido para inscribirse gratuitamente en la página de AST-Puerto. Desde la inscripción, el participante recibirá un mensaje de confirmación con su código para acceder a las presentaciones. Bueno, finalmente, muchas gracias por aceptar la invitación de GED para participar de esta última presentación en vivo de nuestra conferencia virtual de mejores prácticas. Asimismo, los invitamos a que accedan el resto de las presentaciones grabadas a través de nuestro website AST.org. Recuerden que tienen hasta el 8 de febrero para participar y poder ver y registrarse y poder ver las presentaciones, y les invitamos a que nos ayuden a promover este evento entre sus colegas que ustedes entiendan que pueden beneficiarse también del mismo. Todavía están a tiempo para poder ver y disfrutar de todas estas presentaciones. Esperamos que los recursos y las oportunidades de interacción con colegas durante esta conferencia virtual se desarrollará en las próximas semanas sea de gran beneficio para todos. Se despide su amiga Yubequis Montalvo, directora ejecutiva de GED desde San Juan, Puerto Rico, y recuerden que en GED estamos para servirles siempre. Saludos y linda tarde para todos.
We understand the factors that promote college success, the impact of approaches that truly facilitate success and quality, the secret to a solid teaching process for the Hispanic learner, and the key role of technology to make this happen. Hence, an opportunity to propose, find, and integrate innovative technology solutions to education. We go beyond higher education. We strive for a higher vision. Visit us at www.hets.org. HETS Consortium.